everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, and today I'm going to be playing around with some more Pat McGrath concealers. So I watched Kinky Sweat's video, which I will link down below. She bought a few different shades of the concealer along with the powder, and when I saw her use one of Pat's concealers in a shade that matched her skin tone, and she kind of blended it all over her face, I was like, I need that. And then when I saw her use the powder, because initially I was like, I'm not gonna get the powder. I have powders I like, and I'm not like powder obsessed. But when I saw the way that it worked on her, I was like, I need that. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna take one shade of the concealer, which I have right here. This is in the shade M19, and we're going to apply this pretty much all over my face. And then I'm going to go in and highlight with M16, and then I'm going to set my under eyes and potentially my whole face, depending on how it looks, with the new Pat McGrath powder. And then we're going to wear this all day, so I can give you guys a full day wear test. I did an initial review of the concealer that would highlight my T-zone. I will go ahead and link that for you if you're interested in watching that. But this is gonna be a nice full day wear test, and to see, can we really use this concealer as a foundation? So yes, stay tuned. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend some time with me. I'd love for you to stick around and subscribe to my channel. It would really mean a lot to me. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your constant support and for just continuously being here with me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot to me. So let's get into this video. Alrighty, so I am going to first hydrate with my Too Faced Hangover RX primer. So in my initial review of the Pat concealer, I said that next time I wore the concealer, I would make sure that I used a more hydrating primer, because the concealer does have a soft matte finish, and it's not too matte and it's not drying, but I just felt like a more hydrating concealer might do it a little bit of good. If you haven't seen it already, once again, here's the packaging of the concealer. Very gorgeous. Love the matte black and the gold. And then this is M16. So I'm gonna swatch both of them together so you can see what they look like on my skin tone. This is M16, and it is described as a medium with peach undertone. This is M19, and it is described as medium with red undertone. I wear M19 in the foundation, and Pat did say that the foundation shade does correspond with the concealer shade, which I think is very good. I'm mostly gonna concentrate the concealer over the areas where I have a little bit more hyperpigmentation. And I will say this a little bit does go a very long way with this concealer. Like, you do not need a lot at all. The way that the applicator is formed allows for it to pick up a lot of concealer, so you don't need to, like, you know, slab it on, because you're gonna have way too much. So I'm gonna go in with the Tati Beauty Blendiful and just blend that in. Okay guys, so this is what the concealer looks like blended out on my face, and wow. I feel like I could literally leave the house like this and be done. It has just the slightest bit of tack, but it does dry down fairly quickly, but not too quickly to where you don't have a little bit of time to blend it out. I feel like I was able to blend it out well. There's no like catching of the concealer on any parts of my face. And I applied just a little bit. I didn't go full coverage with the concealer. It is described as a medium to full coverage. No, it is described as a full coverage concealer. I think you can get a good medium to full coverage. If I wanted to build it up over these areas right here, let's see how it builds up. Let's put a little bit over here too. And it does build up really nicely. So yeah, I can see that it covered these acne areas over here and over here quite well. And I do like this shade. I actually do see some of the redness that is described in the concealer, but I don't think it looks like red and orange on my face. You guys let me know what you see down below. But yeah, I think color match though, this is good. I like the coverage. This is gorgeous. And I really do like that I use the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. I do feel it definitely helps to make my base a little bit more hydrated. She did say this, I was reading the description of the concealer on her website, and I just have to read this one part because I am an anatomy and physiology instructor. And so when I read this, I was like, come through and talk to me, Pat. So she said, like the foundation, the concealer is crafted with Vita Serum Complex designed to help fight the formation of wrinkles. And this is how she's doing it, by preserving the hydrolipidic film barrier of the skin. And I was like, you better come through with these anatomy and physiology terms. Hydrolific means water loving. Those are the parts of the skin that help to keep our skin hydrated and refreshed. And so basically, this complex is gonna boost hydration by activating the natural production of HA and ceramides within the skin. And those are the molecules that are gonna retain moisture in our skin and help it look plump and juicy and vibrant. So yes, that one part, I was like, yes, Mama Pat, you better put in here an anatomy and physiology lesson. So here's M16, and like I said, a little bit goes a long way. So that is literally all I'm gonna add. When I did my initial review of this, I feel like I added too much, especially under the eyes. It blended out fine, but I was like, yeah, I didn't need that much. And I mean, literally, that's it. I do like this shade of the concealer. I think if you are around my complexion and you don't like your under eye to even be this bright, I think M17 or M18 would be good matches for you. But you see, that I think looks so beautiful. It's a beautiful light layer of this concealer. So now let's talk about this powder. Here's the packaging of the powder. Here is the outer packaging of the powder. I really do like this sleek black look of it. Simple, Pat McGrath. And then on the back, this is what we have here. So I got the shade medium. It does come in 3 shades. And it retails for $30. We get a total of 4 grams of product or 0.14 ounces of product, which is not a lot of product at all. When you're comparing it to, you know, traditional loose setting powders, like this powder from Give Me Glow Cosmetic, it has a total of 32 grams of product or 1.12 ounces. Comparing it to the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder, this one comes with 8 grams of product or 0.28 ounces, which is double the amount of product in the Pat McGrath one. Now this does retail for $10 more, but once again, still not a lot of product for $30. So that might be, you know, a bit of a qualm for you if, you know, cost per gram is pretty important to you. In terms of what this powder is supposed to do, it's a transparent, weightless under eye powder that is the ultimate finishing touch to a legendary look. It provides targeted application that will brighten dark circles and diminish the look of fine lines and wrinkles, evoking a smooth, flawless, youthful appearance. And I will say that's what I saw when I saw Alicia demonstrate this powder. Here is the inside of the powder, and there's a very, very tiny mirror, which, I mean, the mirror is useless, sorry to say. I could do this, I could use this mirror to like do my brows, but like I'm barely seeing my face in it. So I'm gonna try 2 methods of application for this powder. I'm gonna use my Wayne Goss brush, and then I'm gonna go in with the Tati Beauty Blendable on the other eye, just to see if there's a difference in application with tool. So going in with my Wayne Goss brush, I'm just going to pick up a little bit. It does, there's a little bit of kick up in the pan, so I'm gonna tap this off and just press it under the eye. And y'all, this blurs, ooh, it blurs. Okay, so I'm gonna come in so you can see what I'm looking at. Okay, do y'all see how it blurred here? I mean, this powder, I'm gonna put a little bit more. It is so blurring. Look at that. I mean, this is beautiful. Let me, oh my gosh. Ooh, this is so beautiful. I know this is for the under eye, but I just want to put this over my T-zone area. It really blurred my pores. Whoa, impressed. Let's go in with a Tati Beauty Blendiful. So I'm gonna go in with the clean side, and I'm gonna pick up some of this powder and see if there's any difference in application. Nope, no difference in application. I was wondering, or I was kind of afraid that if I use something more dense, it might pack it on too much, but it actually didn't. But I will say, for some reason, I feel like a brush, like a very kind of a fluffy brush would be a better applicator. But I think this just looks gorgeous. I mean, I'll admit, this is, you know, a pretty expensive powder for just your under eyes. The way that it diffused my skin, wow. Okay, let's see what this looks like throughout the day. I'm gonna finish off my makeup, come back to show you what everything looks like, and then go about my back. And I have all of the makeup on my face. I will go ahead and link everything that I'm wearing on my face in the description box below, along with these very cute earrings that I got from Amazon. But yes, I am loving how everything looks on my face. I think my face looks pretty natural. I love the finish of the concealers on my face, especially with the powder. I think everything just looks really beautiful. So I will check back in at the end of the day and give you my final thoughts. So stay. Okay, so we are back. It's the end of the day, and I have had these concealers and this powder on, you guys, for almost 14 hours. We might be at the 14th hour mark. If not, we are very close to it. So we have put it through the test. So let me come in close so I can show you what everything is looking like. Alrighty, we're nice and close. So here's my forehead, and then this is my nose area, and then this is what the sides of my face looks like. Remember where we added a little bit more coverage, and then here is my chin. Your girl is impressed, okay? I am impressed. If you saw a little bit of the concealer worn away, like right around here, I did have to almost blow my nose. I say almost blow my nose because I didn't officially blow my nose, but I definitely had to wipe around my nose. Sorry about that. I do have the concealer wearing away on my chin because I do touch my chin a lot. And also, I was drinking some water and some water did spill down my chin, and I saw a streak mark of the concealer right down here. And I just patted it away, and I felt like for the most part, it didn't look obvious that I had spilled some water, but I did notice that. If you're gonna be crying, from what I experienced, I did experience a streak mark. So that's that. But everywhere else, so these acne areas, it looks like the concealer is still covering them. I do not see any redness peeking through right around here. But I am so impressed by how well this concealer held up. And I do have a little bit of dew going on, but I don't think that this looks like oily. I'm looking at myself from afar, and I feel like from afar, I just look like I have some dewy skin. Maybe I use, you know, an illuminator or something like that. But I am so impressed by how well this wore. One of the claims of this foundation is that it will be crease proof, and I feel like now the couple of times that I've worn this concealer, it is definitely crease proof. It has not creased under my eyes. I have a nice smile line right here. I mean, literally no settling of the concealer in the smile line at all. I'm gonna come in and show you all because I really just want y'all to see this. So I'm gonna come in real close. So here's my smile line. So when I go like this, no creasing. And then I'm gonna try to look up so you can see my under eyes, no creasing of the concealer at all. This has literally been the first concealer I have ever tried that has had a claim of it being creaseless, and it's creaseless. So big ups to you, Mama Pat. I don't know how you did it, but that is amazing. I am highly recommending these concealers. I have worn these concealers now 3 times, and I am loving them. I am definitely gonna keep both of them, and I love the idea now that if I don't wanna put concealer, or foundation all over my face, and I just wanna spot conceal, I can use this, and it literally keeps the coverage, but it doesn't wear away throughout the day, but it doesn't feel heavy either. And I can't say enough good things about the concealer. I really do love them. And then the powder is really nice. I definitely want to play around with the powder more, simply because today was the first day that I wore it. But as you saw, it really blurred away the under eye. So let's actually do this. Let's apply a little bit more. See how it touches up. Oh, this touches up really nicely. Wow, yep. I'm really looking forward to this. This really reminds me of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder. That is probably my favorite powder. And I like it because when it touches, or when you use it to touch up, you don't look cakey. You don't even look like you've really applied powder. It almost looks like you just blotted your skin, but it has that diffusing mechanism that just helps to make your skin just look nice and flawless. I have the shade medium, and I think this is a really good shade for my skin, just to kind of give me a slight veiling of the T-zone area. If you like a under eye that's a little bit more bright than what I'm wearing and you're around my similar complexion, I do think the light shade would work for you, and it would just give you a little bit more brightness under the eyes. But I'm really enjoying this powder. Yes, this powder is more expensive, so I feel like if I had to tell you, like if you were on a budget and you're like, look Chelsea, I have $35, which one should I get? Concealer, hands down concealer. If you're interested in the powder, I say definitely try it, because I'm really glad that I have it. I'm definitely going to be reaching for this for sure. I hope that you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. Let me know your comments down below as to how you feel the concealers wore throughout the day, if you're liking them, if you're going to get them. Like, I want to hear all the goodness from you, all the goodness. So thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye guys.